Hi everyone, welcome back to Tron 3 Entertainment, the MEGO World's Greatest Superheroes Iron Man edition, and we're starting out with a picture of the original MEGO from 1974. Now if you look at it, that's the suit. A little hard to tell in the photo, but it's wearing a belt. I don't know why Iron Man wears a belt. They all wore belts back then. He's got a yellow vinyl sticker in his chest, and that's the suit. Those are the gloves. And this is what they called Iron Man's head. This android robotic looking thing with eyes, a nose of all things, and a mouth. And if you saw closely enough, he's got teeth. Or at least the white part of what's supposed to be teeth. So I decided he definitely needed a rework. I wanted an Iron Man for my collection, but I most certainly didn't want this one. But I wanted one that looked classic and relatable. So I made this one. Yes, same suit, same boots, same gloves, and different chest emblem. And as you can see, it's enhanced with a little bit of armor plating, and that's the head. So I'll start with some other stuff first. This is the artwork I was attempting to use. These were supposed to be shoulder pieces, which I didn't use. And this is the actual arc reactor from the first movie, but no matter what I did to try to make the contrast and the color better, once I shrunk it down to chest size, it just didn't look right. I found this was great. So this shrunk down became that, and this slightly enlarged became something different, became something special. I'll show you that in a second. So this is what the chest plate looks like. I cut a hole out to adapt to the actual hole. That's the little vinyl sticker that came with it. And the thing, what this is a button that's sewed on. And you're like, a sewed on button, why didn't you just remove it and make it a chest plate? Yeah, I could have done that. I could have just made one of these and then stuck one of these on. And I would have had a fully formed chest plate without having to deal with the button, just snip that off, right? But that wasn't going to work either. And I'll tell you why, because this chest plate does something nifty. We got a little handy dandy black light, and I did it to see if my stickers would light up, but instead, when you shine on the button itself glows. Get a little bit closer. You can see the button itself glows under a black light, and that's what's nifty, why you want to keep the button, the arc reactor, and I didn't want to lose the 3D effect either. So let's very carefully get Iron Man off. You see, I didn't go with the belt because he's a figure that doesn't require a belt. He's got the same gloves, but I gave him something different on his gloves. He's got the little repulsors on his gloves. And you wonder, how did I do that? Well, it's the same graphic as the arc reactor, slightly enlarged. If you're wondering how did I get them so small and so round, with my friend Mr. Hole Punch. So once I got them the right size, I perfectly aligned it around the black area, the outer black area, punched it, and I punched out a few. So now he's got little repulsors on his gloves. Remember the scene from the first movie where Iron Man was trying to see if he could fly? He goes, "Yeah, I can fly." Yeah, so can he. He's got the little pulse reactors, the thrusters on the bottom of his boots. So we get a closer look. It's just a sticker, little armor plating. It's a little off. That's why I have another one. I always print them in twos. This one will probably be replaced, after I hand them a little bit. This was a printed head. It came unpainted, I might add. I painted it today. So the sides of his ears are a little painted. His eyes are white. His mouth and the outline that you see, it's not black, it's gunmetal, which is very fitting for Iron Man. So the face is gold plate, but if you look on the side of his cheeks, that is copper. And that was designed by me to bring out his features better. So I finally have the Iron Man figure that I wanted, that they didn't make. And he's retro looking, because he is a retro figure, so why not a retro head? Now remember, I said I wasn't going to keep doing these videos because they're not getting a lot of traction right now. So I still have this red body that I fixed. And the spine seems to be holding up pretty good. So I'm going to ask you, what should I make with this? I was thinking of making a custom Spider-Man, or I was going to make a version of Batman's father, Thomas Wayne Red Wing. And I think that would be pretty awesome. He'd be a Batman type figure, but he wouldn't be Batman. So this is MEGO Iron Man. That's how he looks from the back. And I didn't put a lot of paint around. This is how he came. I didn't have to paint this. I didn't put a lot of paint around the head because I don't want to touch the paint and start rubbing that off. But he looks awesome. Iron Man is awesome. Robert Downey Jr., if you're watching this, please like, comment, and subscribe.